Welcome to everyone joining the stream. The first encounter was not shiny, it seems. We'll see how we go. This is Pokemon with Pugs. We've been searching for a shiny starter for quite a while now. We're up to 2,700 encounters, so we are still under odds. We'll just see how this goes. Hi there, James. It's good to see you. How are things with you? Because it's a very, very warm day in the UK again. Hence the pooches are a little lethargic. Oh, no, I was saying that. Daruk's just heard something from outside. And Moondrop, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm really good. I was not expecting to be streaming today. I was supposed to go into work today and go into the office and do one of my 2 days in the office. But there was some kind of problem with the trains this morning. All the trains were cancelled when I got to the train station. So I've just worked from home today, which has been... I much prefer that. It was just a nice excuse to actually work from home because I wasn't able to get into the office. So no, I'm good. I am good. And James, it's hot on the East Coast as well. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. We're officially in summer now, aren't we? So I guess I should get used to this weather. But yeah, it can be really draining, the heat. So I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're keeping hydrated as well. I've got a bottle of water next to me. The pooches have got a bowl of water just to the left of the cameras, but they are still very warm, definitely. Oh, Moondrop. You're a little tired today because you passed out yesterday after your field trip to Boston. You woke up at around 11:50 p.m. Stayed up all that time. Do you mean actually passed out? Because, or do you mean you fell asleep? I hope everything's okay with you. But I do know the heat is it's nothing to be trifled with. So yeah, I think it is definitely important to stay hydrated in any kind of hot weather, and it's definitely warm here. And I can imagine it's probably even warmer over in the UK. Oh, so you meant fell asleep? Yeah, okay. That I think that's what I was assuming. I was just worried that it might be something more serious than that. Then that's fine. Yeah, but I can understand why you'd be tired after a long field trip. But a field trip to Boston sounds really good. I've been to precious few places in America. I think my entire experience of going to America is basically just I've been to San Francisco a couple of times and LA. That's pretty much it. So I don't know. I haven't been to anywhere else in America, but Boston is always it always looks nice. It's one of the places I'd like to go. Obviously, there's lots of history there, and yeah, I can imagine it's a nice place to visit. I would imagine there's quite a lot of places like that on the East Coast that I'd like to go to. Moondrop, it was 100 degrees and you were out in the sun, and that sounds really, I would struggle with that, definitely. Yeah, let me just figure out what 100 degrees is, because I'm almost certain it's over 30 degrees Celsius, because that's I only understand Celsius, but I'm pretty sure 100 degrees Fahrenheit is even hotter than 30 degrees Celsius, and I struggle in 30 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is 37 degrees Celsius. My gosh, yeah, I don't blame you for being drained in that. That's so far beyond what I can deal with. Yeah, if I was out in 100 degree heat, I would wilt. So yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you if you're suffering in that kind of heat. And yeah, I would definitely say if you're out in that kind of heat, then absolutely make sure you're hydrated and you're protected from from the sun. Because yeah, that is very warm. That is very warm. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if it's even possible for it to get that hot in the UK. Maybe. I usually complain about it being too hot when it's about 28 degrees, which, what is that in Fahrenheit? So if it's around 82 degrees Fahrenheit, I struggle. So yeah, absolutely 100 degrees would be way beyond what I can deal with. So you did. Okay, so you did have something to drink with you, which is good. But the rest of your drinks, you couldn't get back on the bus for. That's a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame. You'd think they'd allow you back on for something like that. Oh well. And Pranjul, hi. Good to see you. Everything's going well. Everything's going well. This is a bit of a surprise last-minute stream. I think I did say last night I wasn't going to stream today, and that was the plan. But yeah, the original plan today was that I was going to go in the office, so I'd only be getting back from the office around now-ish if I'd actually gone in. But I had problems on the trains this morning, which meant I had a really good excuse to just not go in the office and just work from home instead, which I will always prefer working from home to going in the office. So I'm good. And Capamon, good to see you. I hope everything's really well with you. And Moonjump, that is a late. So it was around 1 or 12 p.m. that you were there. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the field trips that I used to go on as a kid. We didn't go on too many, if I'm honest. A few, but not too many. But yeah, it sounds like the weather was really difficult, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I know it would have been tiring, but getting to go on a field trip, you know, it's one of those things that you look back on, and it's one of the more memorable things that you can do. You know, I would say, growing up. So I hope you were able to look past the weather and the tiredness and appreciate the city and all of that. Mega Gengar, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. How are things with you? And Capcom, you're going to calculate how many hours we've done. I keep meaning to do that. If I had to guess how many hours so far in this hunt, I'm really not. I think I would guess around 80 hours. I might be wrong on that. I would imagine it's around that. It could be more. It could well be more. Pranjul, no problem at all. It's lovely that you stopped by, but if you're busy, yep, absolutely. You know, life comes first. It's been lovely stopping by, so thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you for the shiny look. But yeah, no problem at all. I'll catch you later. But yeah, Catherine, I would be interested in how many hours this has gone. I do keep meaning to add it all up. Yeah, if I had to guess, I reckon 80 so far. And Wolf, good to see you. How are things with you? Because everything's good with me at the moment. Still no shiny, but it's just a matter of time. And the Switch 2 I'm on, I've got to, you know, I'm appreciative that I'm able to play this on a Switch 2. It's made a difference. All these resets are a lot faster than they used to be. So, yeah, I've got to look on the bright side. This hunt is going a lot faster now, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Just got to keep going. And thank you for the shiny manifesting luck, Wolf. Thank you. Do appreciate it. It's got to happen at some point, and it will be magical when it does happen. Yeah, I was just saying the current weather in the UK. It is very warm here. It is very warm here indeed. So I hope everyone else is in pleasant weather conditions and isn't suffering in the heat or anything like that. And Wolf, you just woke up, so yeah, good morning. Good morning to you. I hope your day starts the right way. And ever since the weather has gotten warmer here, I am noticing that my dogs don't like sleeping in their beds quite as much. I'm assuming that's to do with it's just cooler on the floor, so they just prefer the floor in this kind of heat. I might be wrong, but yeah, the last few streams, and that's been when it's been really warm, yeah, they've not been interested in the beds as much, so I'm assuming that's the reason. It's not shiny. Oh no, Moondrop. You also fell off your bed 2 times this morning. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever fallen off the bed. I've almost fallen off the bed quite a few times. You know, like if you roll the wrong way and you lose track of where you are, and then you realise you're a lot closer to the edge of the bed than you thought you were, and then I've almost fallen off, and then I kind of catch myself. But yeah, that does not sound like a good way to catch up on sleep after a really tiring day. So yeah, I'm hoping you are able to recover from that long trip. But yeah, I've definitely almost fallen out of bed before. Just when you're in that half asleep daze, you don't quite realise where you are in relation to the bed, and then yeah, if you roll the wrong way, it can happen. Oh, it's not a shiny Chimchar. Oh, Wolf, I'm sorry to hear that. Seems like a lot of people are getting injured. So yeah, when yesterday you accidentally hit your knee on a TV tray. Yeah, and you recently discovered there's a massive bump on your knee. So I mean, for it to leave a mark, it must have really, it must have really got you. So that sounds like it would have been really painful when it happened. So I'm hoping that it's not too bad. But yeah, hoping you get better soon from that, because that sounds painful. I'm sorry to hear that. But I've definitely done things like that before, you know, bashing my knee, bashing my elbow, and it can be so painful. It can be so painful. I'm glad to hear you're okay, though. Good. That is good to hear. So is anyone else shiny hunting at the moment? Or is anyone playing any particular games at the same time? Or is everyone just chilling? Which I wouldn't blame you, because it's, like I say, sometimes when it's in this heat it's difficult to find motivation when it's so warm, I find. And that certainly seems to be how the poochers think of things. When the weather gets warm, they do lose a bit of their energy. Moondrop, you're playing Roblox? Fair enough. I've heard a lot about that game, but I've never actually played it. I think it's quite a creative game like Minecraft, and there's lots of different things inside. It's almost like games within a game. I might be wrong. But yeah, that's not a game I've played, so I don't know too much about that one. Oh, and that's really nice, Wolf. So you're currently playing Shield, but you're also surprise trading a whole load of level 1 EVs that you hatched and transferred while you were shiny hunting EVs. That sounds really nice. I think that's... I can remember when I used to do, surprise trades and wonder trades in Sword and Shield. What I was really hoping to get was, level 1 Pokemon. That Pokemon that I didn't have. So I think that would have made quite a few people quite happy, because certainly, when I was first starting out on that game, I would have loved to start the game with a level 1 Eevee. That would have been amazing. So that sounds like a really nice way of making use of all of the EVs you get during a shiny hunt like that when you're hatching for a shiny. And you started your Shield game yesterday as well, and half of your team will be shinies, and you're even using an evolution team. Interesting. That sounds really cool. So which members of the team will be shiny as part of that evolution team? are you focusing on the evolutions that have the best shiny form? Because I always think I'm a sucker for Umbreon's shiny. I do think that shiny's really good, but Sylveon's obviously really good as well. And hi there, Deb. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, I was not expecting to be streaming today. Because I was supposed to go in the office, and whenever I have to commute from the office, there is never enough time to stream. But there were train problems. I walked all the way to the train station, looked up at the train timetable, and every single train was cancelled from my station. There'd been some kind of problem during the night with the track, but that just meant I had a really good excuse not to go into work, and I could just work from home instead, which, I mean, I'll always prefer to work from home, but that also meant, because I'm working from home, I could stream. So today's been a bit of a bonus stream for me. And Deb, you think the best shinies are the all black shinies? I can see what you mean, because there's a couple of really good ones, aren't there? Charizard is a good example of a really good shiny. Rayquaza is another example of a really good shiny, and both of those are really striking and black. So yeah, I can understand that. I think there's I'm quite partial to quite a few different shinies. I'm a bit of a sucker for some of the pink shinies, like Dratini or Mareep. I think those are kind of amazing. But also Metagross, so some of the white shinies are really cool as well. And then some of the blue shinies are really good, like Ponyta and Rapidash both have amazing shinies. I think any colour scheme can work, just depending on the original Pokemon. How different, how contrasting is it from the original one? That usually plays a big part in what I consider to be a good shiny. But it's all subjective. And yeah, don't worry, Deb, about not joining early. No, exactly. This is a very impromptu, last minute, unannounced stealth stream almost. I just like I said, I definitely wasn't expecting to stream today, this morning when I woke up. Then when I realised I'd be working from home, once my day at work had finished, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna give it a go, but I had enough time, so I thought, get a few more encounters in. I need to get through all the encounters I can. Any spare moment I've got, I want to be doing encounters, and I want to find this shiny. So I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. I think I'll be streaming on Friday as well, because I don't think I'm going to have to go in on Friday. I tried to go in today at least. I don't think I think I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow and Friday. And what I'll try and do is I'll try and actually schedule those once this stream's finished, and then hopefully there shouldn't be many more of these stealth streams, because I think obviously it is better for people if I give everyone notice of when these streams are gonna happen. So I'll try and do that for the next couple. Wolf, so your team is a shiny Jolteon, that's cool. Shiny Sylveon, exactly. Shiny Umbreon, yep. Regular Flareon, regular Leafeon, and regular Vaporeon. Yeah, I think you've got a good selection there, actually. You've definitely got my two favourite Evolution shinies in that team, and that's just a nice balanced team, isn't it? I think you'll have fun playing that. So good luck on your run. Yeah, I bet that will be really fun. And Deb, you think Generation 3 has the best shiny Metagross? Yeah. I'm a big fan of shiny Metagross, absolutely. Yeah, shiny. The whole line is really good, isn't it? It all follows. It all follows that kind of, white colour scheme. Beldum and Matang all have that colour scheme. It's just really cool, isn't it? Big fan of shiny Beldum and shiny Metagross. And my two favourite shiny evolutions are definitely shiny Sylveon and definitely shiny Umbreon. Shiny Umbreon's my favourite shiny evolution. So the fact that I think you've got the top two shiny evolutions in your team, I think that's really cool. Because the ones that you've got as regulars, like regular Flareon, regular Leafeon, there's not a lot of difference between those and the shinies, in my opinion. There's not too much difference. Vaporeon, obviously, there's a big difference, but I mean, yeah. Shiny Vaporeon is an odd one because it is obviously very different, which usually is what I look for in a shiny. It's pink as well, which usually I'm pretty drawn to pink shinies. Like I say, I think some of my favourite shinies in the game are Mareep and Dratini, but there's something about the shade of shiny Vaporeon that's just a tiny bit too much. If it was a fraction less in your face, I think I would like shiny Vaporeon a lot more. So I'm kind of a big fan of just normal Vaporeon. So just in terms of pure aesthetics, I think the way that you've picked that Team Wolf, I think it's quite nice. Those are the versions of those Pokemons that probably I'd go for. And Deb, so your team is a shiny Zygarde. Wow, that's a great shiny. Shiny Mewtwo, that's a great shiny as well. Shiny Dialga, that's a good one. Shiny Registeel, I can never remember what the Regis look like. I've got a feeling they're quite subtle, aren't they? Yeah, shiny Rayquaza is great, and shiny Latias. Those are really good shiny legendaries, definitely. And Deb, yes, I do have my two cameras set up again, but you might notice there's a bit so the top one, that's the one that disappeared yesterday. I've kind of got it working again, but it doesn't work the way it used to. So the way it used to, I used to be able to have a camera application on it, and it would track movement, it would zoom in, it had dynamic features. That's definitely gone now. There are no apps on this camera anymore. The only app that's remaining is the one I've got up now, which is called Bedtime Story, which I think the idea is you click on the app and it tells a bedtime story based on, maybe it would put your image into the story and tell some kind of story. That might be how, I've never used it, that might be how it works. But if you click on the app, it takes you to this screen that shows you what the camera is seeing, but it doesn't track movement, doesn't do anything else. I don't know if you can. I've had to flip it horizontally in order for it to make sense. But anyway, I've kind of got it working, is what I'm trying to say. It's not ideal. It's not how it used to be, because I do think that Facebook have removed a lot of functionality from this thing, but it can at least work in this way. Yeah, Deb. Yeah, exactly. So it does. So I've flipped the image horizontally so that it kind of makes sense, because that is how my room is set up as I look. You know, the chair is to the left of the table, whereas if I just left it as it was, as the image comes through on that camera, for some reason it comes through backwards. So I've had to flip it, but that also flips all of the writing on it. So yeah, it's not ideal, it's just what I've got, but it at least shows a different part of the room, and it allows me to move the other camera to focus more on the floor, which is generally where the pooches are anyway. So if the pooches do go up onto the bed, then that top pooch cam should be able to capture it. But I think for the most part they're going to be on the floor, and obviously the second pooch cam can kind of capture that. All I really want is, wherever possible, to be able to show the dogs. So yeah, but it's unfortunately that top one is no longer going to like zoom in and be a dynamic camera the way it used to. Eventually I may get a new camera, but I think that's what it's going to be for now. Oh, Capamon. So all of the times now equal 112 hours 23 minutes plus 48 minutes from this stream. Wow. So we're up to 113 hours. That is longer than I was expecting. I think I guessed 80 hours, didn't I? I was kind of thinking it was more than that. I didn't think it was more than 100 hours though. Wow. So yeah, this search has been going on for a while. Thank you for calculating that. I really do appreciate that. It's that's a crazy amount of time to think about, actually. It's definitely gone by faster than that. I wasn't expecting it to be that high. But I would say, what is it? We're on stream 25, and a few of those streams have been really long ones. And whenever I do a long one, there's about an hour, I would say, where, you know, there's a break where, you know, I'm taking the dogs for a walk and things like that. So I think maybe I've done about 12 of those really long streams, something like that. So maybe I'm actually around the 100 hour mark. Maybe. It's hard to say. But that is a crazy amount of time. It will definitely be worth it once I finally do get it. I mean, it is. It's definitely the longest. I mean, yeah, it's definitely the longest hunt I've ever done. Because I think the Mewtwo hunt that I did just prior to this one, getting the shiny Mewtwo in Let's Go, I think that took a similar number of encounters. I think I got it at around 2,700 encounters, but the resets themselves were much faster. The loading screens didn't seem as bad, so I was able to reach that 2,700 encounter mark a lot faster than this. So this is, I think the whole Mewtwo hunt probably took around 60 hours, I think, maybe, I'm not sure, something like that. So yeah, I think this is already approaching twice as long in terms of time as my previous hunt. This is definitely the longest hunt I've ever done. So that means I've streamed for 4.5 full days. That's crazy. It is crazy to think about. Yeah, that is quite a time commitment. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that not everyone can dedicate that amount of time to doing something like this. But it's so relaxing. I find it very calming. Yeah, Deb, yeah, exactly. Approximately, I mean, it's almost 5 days. It is crazy how long the hunt has been. And this is only the start of the journey. You know, once we've found this, then we've got to find the rest of the team. You know, I want to find a full team. You know, I won't be finding a full team right off the bat. You know, we'll do some gym battle first, and you know, the next hunt will be in Eterna Forest, I'm pretty sure. And then after that, I'm not sure. After that, I am not sure what the next hunt will be, but we'll see. I think I've decided that I'm going to shiny hunt the Dialga when that rolls around. Not Dialga, it's going to be Palkia, isn't it? Because we're in Pearl. I'm going to shiny hunt the Palkia when that appears. So that's definitely a hunt that I want to do. So we're going to have our starter, we're going to find a shiny Pokemon in Eterna Forest, and we're going to go for the Palkia. So that's 3 slots already taken up. I just need to figure out what the last 3 slots of the team are going to be made up of. Because I think I'd like to do a Poke Radar hunt for something, because I've never done that before. And Capamon, you're up to 2,510 encounters on your Trico hunt. That's in what is it? Omega Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. That's it. Good luck on that. Good luck on that, because that would be really cool to get that. And Deb, you've put 8 hours into searching for your shiny Latios. I really hope you get that. I really do. Especially because you've already got a shiny Latias, and you know, having those two as a pair is really cool. I think they work really well as a pair of shinies. So yeah, good luck. And Deb, when you finally do get shiny Latios, you'll be removing Registeel from the team. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I think it would just look cool on the team to have both a Latios and a Latias. So again, I really hope you do get it. And Samian, welcome to stream. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining. How are things with you? At the moment, we are shiny hunting a starter Pokemon in Shining Pearl. I'm doing so with my poochers next to me. They're both relaxing on the floor. It's quite hot where I am right now, so we're in the UK. And yeah, the poochers, they're a little lethargic because it's a bit warm. Even though we're almost at 6:30 p.m. here. and it's still warm. The UK's in the middle of a mini heat wave, which is causing the poochers to struggle a little bit. I think they prefer the weather to be a bit cooler, which I do too. So we've got the fan going. We've got the windows wide open. That does mean that the neighbourhood birds and dogs are a lot more audible to my dogs, and if they do hear neighbourhood noises, my dogs tend to have a little bit of an argument and bark. So apologies if that happens. I'll try and mute it when that does happen. It's hard to know when my dogs are going to bark, honestly. Oh, Deb, it's 30 degrees for you right now, and that's at 11 p.m. That is crazy hot, especially for basically the middle of the night. I really hope you've got air conditioning. I really hope you do. I really hope you do, because that sounds difficult to deal with. That sounds far worse than what I'm dealing with. Because I think, here the temperature's about 26, which is, for an evening, that's quite warm for here, and I struggle with that. 30 degrees, I would really be struggling. So I hope you're staying hydrated, and I hope you're able to keep cool, because that does sound brutal. Because if it's 30 degrees, at midnight, I can't imagine how hot it would have been during the day. So you're the same as me. No air conditioning, just fans. Exactly. Yeah, that's what we have as well here. Yeah, that sounds tough. But I know your pain, but I can imagine it's even worse there at 30. What I've taken to doing is getting a little spray bottle. So when I plonk myself in bed and I've got the fan blasting me in bed, I like to get a little spray bottle and spray some water on my feet, and then that cools me down quite a lot. Together with the fan, that can help. Mega Gengar, you just bought a new air conditioner. That is a very wise purchase, I would say. I'm very jealous, but I think that's a good investment. I definitely think that's a good investment. Every time summer rolls around here, it's something that I consider, and I think maybe it's something we do need. The house that we live in, it's a strange old house I live in. The upper floors, so the bed, the upper floor and the attic that I'm in right now, it gets so warm. All year round, it's so warm in those rooms. But then on the bottom floor, and especially in the basement, it's so cool. The temperature difference between the basement and the attic is so massive. Part of me just thinks, I think I just need to move down to the basement in the summer months. That might work. We'll have to see. And Draven, welcome to stream. Good to see you, buddy. No luck just yet. No luck. So we've been streaming for just over an hour. This is a bit of a impromptu surprise stream. I wasn't planning on streaming today, but I just thought, I just found myself with a bit of time. I didn't end up going into the office today, which meant I was working from home all day, which meant I've got a lot more free time today, and just thought I'd squeeze in a little stream, few encounters, and let's see if we can get a shiny. We've got through 38 encounters so far today, Who knows? Who knows? But no luck just yet. But all of these encounters, they're going so much faster than it was on the Switch 1. You know, the Switch 2 is making such a big difference. So, you know, no matter how long it takes, this is such an improvement. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. And Mega Gengar, if Pokemon were real, you would need a Glaceon for summertime. That would be really handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, a Pokemon that knows how to bring the snow and the chilling wind, something like that. Draven, Abomasnow, Blizzard attack, please. Yeah, I think with Abomasnow, it's got that ability Snow Warning that just brings on snow or hail. That would be enough for me. Just change the weather to a bit of snow, and then you don't even need to do any attacks. Just bring out your Abomasnow for a bit and just let its ability do all the work. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Exactly. Any ice type would be a godsend right now, wouldn't it? Oh, that's an interesting thought, Draven, yeah. Overgrow to provide a bit of shade. That would always be useful, actually. I think Abomasnow would be a really handy one to have. Oops, that didn't reset it. There we go. I'm still processing quite how long this has taken. It's crazy to think it's been over 100 hours. Yeah, I wonder how long this whole run is going to take. Because I've got a feeling this run is still going to be going when Legends ZA comes out. That's what I think, and that comes out in October. So yeah, I don't think this run is going to get finished before then. But we shall see. Shiny Charm would be really useful. Yeah, I think, what is it, the Shiny Charm in this game, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because I think the Shiny Charm, does it only impact eggs? I think that might be right. It doesn't, I don't think that in this game, I don't think the Shiny Charm actually impacts wild shiny rates or these, soft reset shiny rates or anything like that. But it would still, I think it does impact the egg shiny rate, which is probably good. So I think I probably will get the shiny charm when it comes to doing an egg hunt. Because in order to get the Poke Radar, I'm going to have to complete my dex in any event. Oops, what's happening? No, there we go. But yeah, I think I'm definitely... Well, I'm definitely going to have to get the dex in order to get the Poke Radar. So if I've got the dex anyway, I may as well get the shiny charm. We'll just see what impact it has. But I've got a feeling it's not going to make too much of a difference for most of it. But I think it will make a big difference for the egg hunts. Which, yeah, I will take all of the help I can get. So I think when it comes to doing the egg hunt, I'll probably will use the shiny charm. I'm thinking at this point. So we're up to 2,744. We're definitely going to go past, you know, in 6 encounters time, we're going to go past 2,750. I don't think we're going to have enough time to get all the way up to 2,800 though. So I'm thinking that we do up to 2,775. That's a nice, fairly round number. So I think, yeah. So I think for this stream, I'm going to do up to 2,775 encounters. What if I get it by then, Wolf? Well, I mean, that all bets are off if I get it. If I get it, then I might just want to keep playing and playing and playing. This is, yeah. this is obviously it's the longest hunt that I've ever done. I'm gonna be so excited when I finally do find it. Deb, you think we should go to 2777? Oh, there's quite a few sevens. Yeah, I could do that. We can go to 2777 instead. But if we find it before then, yeah, I don't know what would happen then. I think I would just want to keep playing. But then, you know, the poochers do have to, they do have their certain routine that they have before getting ready for bed. So I don't want to disrupt their routine too much. But yeah, if I were to find it, then I think the stream would go on longer than that. Yeah, definitely. I cannot wait to reset this encounter ticker. It's getting high. It's getting very high at the moment. But obviously we're nowhere near full odds, so I can't say that I've been unlucky or anything like that. Nope. Uh, 2765. Not sure about that. I think I either, I don't know. I really like ending it on, like, you know, something 00. So, you know, if I could end it on 2800, that would be my preference. That is probably going to take me too long, so I'm not going to get to 2800 encounters on this stream. My next preference would be to end it on a 50, so 2750 would be my next preference, but that would mean ending the stream in, like, you know, a couple of minutes, and I kind of want to get a few more encounters out. So then what I would usually do is either, you know, on a 25 or a 75. But since we're on 2775, you know, I could also go to 2777 just because it's so many sevens. That, I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm kind of leaning towards 2775, but I might do an extra 2. We'll see. And Deb, yeah. I mean, this is the thing, yeah. As we get higher, it's going to get harder and harder to keep saying these numbers. Yeah, I would have much preferred to have caught it a long time ago. But the numbers will go ever upward. But you never know. The very next Pokemon could be shiny. We just never know. It could be this Chimchar. This could be the one. But it's not. So we go for the next one. Yeah, I think I would say it the way that you've said it first. I think the way I would say that number is 2,777. But that's a lot of words, isn't it? And thank you, Wolf. I do appreciate the shiny look. I do. Fingers crossed. It's got to happen at some point. And when it does happen, it will definitely be on stream. So I won't be doing any encounters off stream. You know, I haven't done that so far, and yeah, I won't ever be doing that. When this shiny appears, I definitely want it to be on stream. So, however long it takes. However long it takes. Okay, well, we're approaching 2,750. And Deb, yeah, exactly. Yeah, let the journey begin. That is the biggest thing for me. 'Cause I think this is the longest hunt that we're gonna have on this run, I suspect. Just because of how long it takes for each encounter, because it's not just the loading times for the title screen, it's also this, you know, little back and forth with Professor Rowan and Dawn and Barry, and selecting the Pokemon in the, you know, briefcase and then it appearing. It all takes quite a long time. All of the shiny hunts after this will be quicker, but because we're so early on in this playthrough, yeah, it's hard to feel that the journey has actually started yet. I think once I finally do get this shiny starter, then it really will feel like the journey has begun. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, because I want to start training. I want to start leveling up this this starter, whichever Pokemon it's going to be. And I want to start playing these games because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I played this. And yeah, exactly. It's the dialogue that's the problem. Yeah, because like I say, I will be doing a soft reset later on in this run. You know, a search for a shiny by resetting the game over and over, because that'll be the Palkia that I do. But to my knowledge, I don't think I'm going to have to deal with a whole load of text. I think that's just going to be... I think you can just save right in front of the Palkia, and then load it up, encounter it immediately. Is it shiny? Is it not? If it's not, then we reset, because that'll be a lot faster than this. Not massively, but it will be faster than this. So this is the thing. I think doing a shiny only run in BDSP, you know, the longest hunt you're going to have to do, the biggest hurdle is the first one. Once we're over that, the difficult part's done. And Wolf, it is going to be the first time that that you get to hear me freak out. Exactly. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't have my microphone earlier when I found that Mewtwo. That is a shame. I do wish I'd got this microphone sooner. But yeah, it's here now, and I'm looking forward to that as well. Interesting, Dex. Yeah, so you were able to fast forward your game to 135% speed, which, yeah, that... I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. But that seems like a sensible thing to do, definitely. not shiny. So we try again. Deb, so you think the microphone isn't great, the voice is too low, it's either my in real life voice or the microphone at fault. You know, it could well be my actual voice that's the problem. That wouldn't surprise me. I don't have the loudest voice. I don't even think I have the clearest voice or anything like that. So that might be the problem. It wasn't the most expensive microphone that I've got, but it wasn't the cheapest either. I kind of went for a middle of the range microphone. Yeah, so apologies if it's not that clear, but I've kind of got a feeling that it's probably not the microphone's fault. I think it's probably more likely just to be my voice. So apologies for that. And Draven, yeah, so I've oops, I'm doing the wrong thing here. No. There we go. So Draven, you think maybe sticking with a particular Pokemon, such as Turtwig, might improve the odds a little bit. So my understanding of the way the odds work are it's only once you actually select the Pokemon that it does the check as to whether it will be shiny or not. So at the point you're selecting on the screen, when you're choosing between those three in the briefcase, none of them are shiny, none of them are not shiny. They're just options. It's only when you actually select one that's when the check for is it shiny or not appears. So to my knowledge, I don't think it makes a difference, you know, which one I select. It's just each time I select it, there's a 1 in 4,096 chance of it being shiny. So I'm just selecting anything. So yeah, we'll see. Because I'm happy with whichever one I get, really. I think I've got a small preference for Piplup. I didn't realise. I only noticed this a couple of days ago. But my phone case, I've got like a little ring holder thing on my phone case to make it easier to hold, and that's like that's a Piplup one. I forgot about that. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to put it on the camera. So I've had that for years as well. So maybe my preference is Piplup. Maybe Piplup is my favourite. I'm not sure. Well, I've certainly got a Piplup little phone ring holder. But really, I'd be happy with anything. If I got a shiny Turtwig, I'd be really happy. If I got a shiny Chimchar, I'd be really happy. I just like the randomness. So we'll see. This is pretty much how I talk. And Deb, I absolutely am the shy one in the gang. Yeah, I think when whenever I'm out and about, I'm definitely more of an introvert than an extrovert. Constantly talking is not something that comes naturally to me, I would say. Definitely. I'm definitely more of a listener than a talker. So yeah, this is my voice. Yeah, I do think maybe I mumble too much. I don't project my voice far enough out. I don't think I can I don't think I can really talk really clearly and crisply like some people do. You know, I respect people that can, but yeah, this is my voice. I'm happy with it, but yeah, apologies if it's not as clear. Okay, we're up to 2,755. So we're going to do another 20 encounters. So we will see. So yeah, I'm thinking of ending it on 2,775, I think. Deb, is the stream buffering? Bear with me, I'm just looking at the drop frames. So at the moment it seems okay. I don't know if other people are experiencing buffering. I know in the past I've had issues, definitely. At the moment it seems to be okay on my end, but again, I always feel I'm never too far away from there actually being buffering issues with me. You know, I don't know whether it's my internet or my PC. It always feels like when I least expect it, OBS will just disconnect for no reason, and that definitely causes buffering issues. Or just sometimes I'll get a notification that says, you know, there's been dropped frames, the stream quality may be impacted, and I'm pretty sure that means it's going to be buffering. So yeah, it always feels like I'm never too far away from one of those errors, but I haven't seen anything like that recently, which is good. But yeah, I mean, I would say if anything's buffering, it tends to be the problem on my side rather than on your side. That's typically the way it goes, in my experience. Well, the thing is, there's not a lot I can do about it. When it does buffer on my end, there is nothing I can do. It does come back, but yeah, apologies when it does do that. Not shiny. Yeah, Deb, exactly. I think just OBS must just use. It must be quite an intensive application to run. Because yeah, my PC definitely struggles with it. But then, you know, my PC is quite a. I didn't buy this PC thinking I would ever do something like this with it. If it ever crossed my mind that I might want to do something like this, I would have invested in a much more powerful PC than the one I got. So again, these are all things that maybe in a few years down the line I might upgrade. But for now, for my purposes right now, it's fine. Because like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. This is my very first attempt at doing a shiny only run in BDSP. So it's all a learning experience for me. And Deb, your PC is worse than mine. It can definitely. I think the PC can definitely be an issue then, definitely. In my experience, anyway. but then even if my view is even if the tools are not perfect, even if the tool even if your PC isn't exactly as it could be, isn't the best of the best, even if the camera's not the best of the best, even if the microphone's not the best of the best, I think it's better to just give it a go. So I think it's always worth just giving something a go. Nothing doesn't have to be professional. Just needs to be, if you enjoy doing something, then you should do it. Not having the absolute best equipment shouldn't be a barrier to doing something that you enjoy, in my opinion. And Capcom, you wish the Switch 2 added some custom themed backgrounds. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because I think you can. I think you can switch. Can you switch between like different colours? But I don't. Yeah, you can't have an actual custom background, can you? Because I think that would be better. Oh, Daruk finally is going in his bed. I guess the temperature's finally cooled down enough for him to want to go in his bed. Yeah, I would say Capcom. I mean, it would be nice if they had custom themed backgrounds that you could change. But I do still like the aesthetic of it. It's very clean, at least. Which I don't mind. I think it would be nice to have options, definitely. Kind of like they used to do that on the 3DS, didn't they? They had all these different themed backgrounds on the 3DS, I'm pretty sure. Which I think adds a lot of character to a game system. But I must say, I do quite like the clean look of how it is. I think it's very effective. And so Deb, that's why you choose to record, not stream. Yeah, I can totally respect that, definitely. And Captain, oh, I didn't know about those different music themes as well. Yeah, it's a shame they've kind of stepped away from that. Well, they certainly stepped away from that with the Switch, didn't they? Customizing how it looks and things like that. Maybe that's something they will bring back for the Switch too. You can only hope. Because yeah, I agree. I think it would be really cool. Because if you go on the official Nintendo website, on like the My Nintendo website, it's constantly offering different background themes for your desktop, different background themes for your mobile phone. I mean, I've currently got. Let me just show you this as well. Hold on. This is my home page of my phone. Don't know if you can see that. But anyway, it's that's Princess Zelda from Echoes of Wisdom, and that background comes from the My Nintendo website. So they have all of this artwork, this amazing artwork for all these all these devices. I think they even do them from tablets as well. Certainly for mobile phones, certainly for desktop. So why can't they put that same effort into backgrounds for Switches and things like that? It's something they can do. I just don't know why they don't do it. So yeah, I completely agree, Capcom. I hadn't thought about it till you mentioned it, but yeah, it would be nice for them to offer some customization for the background, because I think that would be cool. And Deb, yeah, so you think they just did the dull work for an emergency release? It does seem very minimalistic, doesn't it? As I say, I don't mind it. I do quite like the stripped back, just focusing on the games. Yeah, so I don't mind how the background looks, but it would be nice to be able to just change it up every now and again. So yeah, we'll see. And Deb, yeah, I certainly do have TikTok. I've got a TikTok account for Pokemon with Pugs, but that's just for, you know, the little short videos that I make of the dogs, which I haven't made recently for a while. I haven't had enough time to do them. But I do have TikTok. And I've enjoyed using it more than I thought I would. Yeah. Once you see a few videos of, you know, like cute dogs, it then recommends more cute dog videos to you, and it's you can find yourself just watching videos for hours, I find, on TikTok. But for you, it is banned. That's, yeah, they were talking about banning it in America as well, weren't they? I didn't realise it was banned in India. Yeah. I guess at the end of the day, it's just a video sharing site. But then I guess there are all these concerns about who owns it and things like that. I don't know enough about corporate structure and data rights and personal information, things like that. So I don't know enough about it to actually have an opinion on it. And that's fine, Deb. I mean, whatever background you have, it's whatever you want, really. That's the whole point of a background, isn't it? Just to customize it to what you like, really. So I do tend to change mine up quite a bit, but recently it does tend to be. I think all of my backgrounds recently have come from the My Nintendo website, just because I think they do some really nice backgrounds. So I think I had a Tears of the Kingdom one before this. I can remember it was Link, you know, skydiving from one of the Sky Islands. I had that for a while. I can't remember what I had before then. Must have been something, but I can't actually remember what it was before then. And yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, the security and the privacy issues, I remember hearing about that because it was like big news in America. I remember hearing about that. So yeah. Daruk is barking at something. Not quite sure what he's heard. Okay, so we're on 2,764 encounters. We've got 11 more, and that's all it'll be for this stream. It's not shiny. Okay, we got 10 more encounters now. So we'll see how we go. And Deb, you will be in the future in 15 minutes. You do stay up later than me, definitely. I am. I think I'm definitely an early bird. I tend to go to sleep fairly early, and I wake up super early. I respect people that are night owls, though. Yeah, that can stay up that late. Okay, it wasn't a shiny Piplup, so we got another 9 attempts. Okay, so right. So, Deb, you sleep at generally around 2, but wake up around 7 till 8. That is not a lot of sleep. I would struggle with that amount. I would definitely struggle with that amount. I think, yeah. But that does sound. I mean, if you're naturally just waking up between 7 and 8, I would describe that, as a morning person. That sounds, so to me, that sounds like you're both a night owl and a morning person, which is impressive. I definitely need more sleep than that. I love a good sleep. So, Debbie, you prefer the nighttime peace than the daytime chaos. That's it's a nice way of looking at it, isn't it? Yeah, that is a good way of looking at it. And yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And that's not Deb. So you have time to actually sleep in the afternoon hours as well? Yeah, some people do that, don't they? Yeah, I forget about that. I know it's quite a common thing in Spain to have like an afternoon nap and things like that. I've always struggled. I think I've tried that a couple of times, and whenever I have an afternoon nap, I end up staying up until really, really late, and then because I've stayed up really late, then I end up waking up really late. It just completely messes up my body clock whenever I have an afternoon sleep. But yeah, that probably is the kind of best of both worlds type thing. If you can get your body used to that, I think that is a really good way of doing it, because then you get to stay up late and get a lot of things done in the evenings when it's really calm. You're also awake really early, which lets you be really productive in the morning and getting things done. And then also when it gets too chaotic during the day, you can just calmly have a little bit of a afternoon siesta, and then that means obviously that you're then sleeping the required good amount. So that does seem like the best way of doing things. It's just whenever I've tried to get into a routine like that, my body just rejects it, and it just just waking up from an afternoon nap, if I really fall asleep in the afternoon and go into a deep sleep and then wake up, it just completely messes with me, and I can never get a good night's sleep after that. So after a heavy Indian lunch, you often feel sleepy. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I think when you have a good meal, it is nice to have a nap after a good meal. Definitely, I can see the appeal there. Absolutely. Okay, we got 6 more encounters left for this stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow, so same time tomorrow. After this stream is finished, I think I will schedule tomorrow's stream, just so that people have a bit more notice. Today's stream was very spur of the moment, surprise stream, basically. I'll try to make the next few a little more, with a little more planned in advance, to give people a bit more notice. But yeah, I should be able to. So I'll be streaming tomorrow, and I'll be streaming on Friday as well. And then I should be able to stream over the weekend, as far as I'm aware. And that's absolutely right, Deb. Everyone has a different sleeping cycle. Oh, apologies. I'm not quite sure what Daruka's heard. Something he didn't agree with. But yeah, no, exactly. Everyone has just different sleeping patterns. I certainly am aware of that. Because I haven't been streaming recently because I've had family staying over. And the family that I had staying over has very, very different sleeping patterns than I'm used to. So I had to adapt to those sleeping patterns while they were here. All of the meals that we ate were at completely different times than I'm used to. I was having to stay up a lot later than I was used to. We were basically having our evening meal at a point in the night where I would usually already be in bed by that point. So adjusting to a sleeping schedule that you're not familiar with, it can take it out of you. I love seeing my family, I really do, but it's also nice just to get back to the routine that you're comfortable with. What we got? Right, we got 5 more encounters. I can't remember what we went for last time. Let's go for a Chimchar this time. It's not shiny. It's not shiny. Right, 4 more attempts. So Deb, yeah, exactly. Yeah, then there are people who just don't sleep whole day and nights. They just take an hour's nap in between work. Ooh, yeah, that sounds brutal. Yeah, I think, however you choose to break up your sleep, I think that's fine. But I think you do need, the required amount of hours sleep per day. you know, if you don't get enough sleep, it doesn't have to all be in one go, but I think you do need, you know, well, actually, everyone's different, I suppose. Not everyone needs as much sleep, but however much sleep your body tells you that you need, I think it's important that you listen to your body and you do that, because sleep is important. It helps you process everything that's happened in the day, just makes the next day a lot more bearable, makes it easier to take in everything if you've had a decent night's sleep. So yeah, I think it's all about finding a sleeping pattern that works for you, and just making sure you get the amount of sleep that your body tells you it needs. It's always good to listen to your body, because it knows best. You can read online and say, you know, you need XYZ amount of sleep, but I think it all comes down to what your body tells you need. Deb, so you've got some cousins that stay awake all the way till 3 a.m, sleep all the way till 2 p.m, and then have dinner at midnight. Yeah, that sounds that I would struggle with. With that kind of sleeping pattern. But there are definitely, like you said, there are people that make that work for them, and there are people that is the sleeping pattern that works best for them. So everyone is different. Everyone is different. We'll do Piplup this time, I think. Nope. Okay, so just 2 more encounters now. So we just did Piplup, so we'll do Turtwig and we'll finish on Chimchar, I suppose. So we've got through 75 encounters today. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. And Deb, you're already in the future, watching the past. Wait, it hasn't gone... See, my clock's telling me it's 26 minutes past. So surely, is it not? Are you not a couple of minutes away from your midnight? Or maybe my PC's clock is wrong. That could be the case. That could be the case. Okay, let's do Turtwig. Let's do Turtwig. 2 more encounters. This is the last Turtwig for the stream. Does Turtwig want to be shiny? I feel like Daruk knows that the stream is almost over. He's getting a little anxious. I think he's ready to go outside. It's not a shiny Turtwig. Yeah, Daruk is the one that's pacing around. Mifa's the one who's just not moved the entire stream and is just calmly just chilling on the floor. Yeah, Daruk is typically the louder, more restless one of the two. So this is the last encounter. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So Wolf, you think that in the next stream we will find the shiny? I hope that as well. I really hope that. That would be amazing. Next stream, shiny starter, hopefully. Exactly. Okay, here we go. We're going for Chimchar. This is the last one for the stream. But we'll be back tomorrow around the same time. So streaming around 5 PM British summertime. Streaming for a couple of hours. Finishing around about now. Oh, it's not a shiny Chimchar. Oh well. So we've reached 2,775. It's not bad. 75 encounters is not bad. You know, like I say, it's so much faster on the Switch too. I cannot complain. We're not at full odds yet, so I cannot complain. Everything's going faster than it was previously, so it's just a matter of time. You know, sooner or later we're going to get this shiny, and it's going to be amazing. And then that's when the run will really start, I feel. And Deb, yes, Shink survived. I mean, Daruk and Mifa have barely been in that bed, have they? They've not gone near Shinks at all. And Deb, it could be. So I think it could be. We could end up getting the shiny on encounter 2,777. I think that's going to be next stream though. I think so. That will be tomorrow. And what I'll do once I've ended this stream, I'll just schedule those so that they're in the diary. But yeah, I think that is Daruk telling me that he wants, he needs to go out. He needs to do his business. He needs to check the perimeter, make sure everyone's safe. So I will leave it there. Thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your day. And Wolf, yes, so there will be a stream tomorrow. Yeah. So I will be streaming tomorrow on Thursday, and I'll also be streaming on Friday. That's the plan. But I will also schedule those streams as well, so they should appear as notifications, just to give a bit more warning. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. It's been absolutely lovely. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you later.